Good morning, my darlings. I hope you are all well. Happy Tuesday. So I wanted to share with you something that I received in this morning's meditation, and I thought it was brilliant. I've got a few things here, but this one really stood out for me, and it really made me reflect as well. So the message that came through, well, it was a question more so. Why are you clinging to the old when you have been so persistent in ordering something new? And I was like, that's a really good question. And I sat with that and I thought, where am I doing that? And where have I done that? Right? And then the message came through is that for some of you, there is this new version of yourself, yet you're still holding yourself back in an old timeline. So for some of you, you've done the healing work, you've been doing so much growth and expansion on yourself, yet you're still existing in an old timeline. Okay? And it's almost like, and next to that, I've written 555, which talks about huge change, right? It's a shake up. And then I have written, there are some big leapfrog moments that are just around the corner. And then I heard, you know what it is. And I was like, okay. So just sitting with that energy, I want you to be able to sit with that for today and reflect on that question. Why are you clinging to the old when you have been so persistent in ordering something new? And can you recognize, are you holding yourself back in an old timeline, even though you have created this new version of self? And why do you feel that you're still holding on to this old timeline? Yes, I understand there could be fear. Yes, I understand it's familiar, but allow yourself to really go really honest and be really truthful with yourself. Okay? Because I feel like there is a sense of collectively that we're creating our own stagnancy, which that's what we do, right? We're creating our own stagnancy. And why? Because we're not being completely honest with ourselves, right? Then I heard ducks, 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 and then I heard the Mighty Ducks. And then I was like, I don't know if that's significant for someone, if that's a movie. But then underneath that, I've written migrating. So there is talking about relocation or a new home. And I've also written next to that, it's time to fly. So it's time to fly. It's almost like, time to take flight. It's time to travel. It's time to migration? It's time to find your new home, because where you have been existing in this old timeline, that's almost done. That timeline is done. You've experienced that, you've lived that, you've grown from that. Now it's time to fly, and it's time to find a new location. It's time to step into this new timeline, because I feel like the more that you're prolonging this, you're prolonging your growth and your success. You're prolonging the abundance that's trying to come in for you. Okay. Then it kind of shifted into love, and I got a channeled song, Burn For You, and that's by John Farnham. And then I heard ruffling some feathers. And then again, they showed me an image of a duck. I don't fucking know what the duck is about. Okay. And then I wrote, life is about to pick up speed. And then they showed me a snail. And I was like, that's not fast, guys. Snails aren't fast. And then I'm not sure if anyone has watched this movie. They showed me the movie Turbo, where he's a snail and he puts a jetpack on his back and he goes really fast. So they were kind of like, snails can be fast. Snails can be fast, Sarah. And I was like, okay. So there's something about something has been moving snail's pace, but there is a turbo reboot that's happening here, and things are about to pick up speed. My guides are very funny. The numbers that I was getting was 1414, 1441, and 444, along with 555 as well. 44 for me personally is a huge number. That is showing me, whenever I see 444, they are giving me the green light. Okay, something is coming in. Something is coming in. That is my green light. Okay, that's just my personal number, but it was shown, so I'm going to share it. And then I heard, they have still kept your belongings. And I'm like, what? Say that again. So there's something here about the person you're connected to, that they're still have your belongings. Whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. And then I've written the breakthroughs and the aha moments. It's starting to hit home for them. And I loved this message when it came through. Like, I absolutely loved this message when it came through. Archangel Michael is shaking them to awaken them. And I was like, okay. So there's something going on with the person you're connected to, that Archangel Michael is shaking them to awaken them. And now they're having their aha moments. Now they're starting to have these breakthroughs. Now they're starting to realize, holy fuck, right? It's that energy. So I'm just going to pull some cards surrounding that and see what wants to come through. Is that constant burn? Constant burn. Burn for you. Please go and listen to that song. I haven't listened to that in forever. Okay. And then we've got home at the bottom of the deck, which that's what I was channeling. New home, coming home. Right? It's time to come home to yourself. Time to come home to yourself. All right. Anything else that we need to know? Anything else that we need to know with these beautiful messages? We've got Archangel Raphael that's coming out, and that also came out with forgiveness and I'm sorry. So I definitely feel like that there is some healing that's headed your way. I feel like that there's been healing that's been happening for the person that you're connected to as well. And I've just got mirroring that's come out as well. So I feel like if what needs to be understood, if you are connected to someone and you have that deep spiritual connection, what it is that you go through, they go through. It just may look different. Okay, so if you're having a tower moment, they will have a tower moment as well, but it's just going to look different. If there's something that you're requiring healing from, whether it be physical, emotional, whatever it may be, they will go through that too. Okay, it is same. It's mirroring. And I know that there is a lot of mirroring that happens without it just being, that, spiritual connection, that twin flame connection, or whatever it is that you want to go by. But there is what you go through, they also go through. So I've had a lot of questions about that this week. And the end of last week was, if I'm going through this, will my person go through this? And it's like, yes, you are connected. You are connected. You are one, right? What it is that you go through, they will go through. What it is they go through, you will experience it too. But it just shows up slightly different. That's all that it is, okay? All right, anything else? Anything else that we need to know with these messages? Yep. Reunion. All right, is that the 4-4?